This conversation is powered by Google Illuminate. Check out illuminate.google.com for more. Ever wanted to see how physics plays out in a fun, interactive way? We're about to explore a simulation that does just that.
It's all about learning kinematics, but with a monster truck.
A monster truck? Sounds intense.
It is. You get to drag the truck around and see how its position, velocity, and acceleration change.
So it's not just theory, it's hands-on? Right. So tell me more about this simulation. What exactly are we doing?
It's a JavaScript applet, a little program you run in your browser. You basically drag this monster truck across the screen.
And what happens when you drag it?
As you move the truck, the simulation plots its position, velocity, and acceleration on graphs.
So you're seeing the physics in real time? Wow. How does this help with learning kinematics?
It makes it visual and interactive. You're not just looking at equations, you're seeing how they relate to the truck's movement.
So it's like a game that teaches you physics.
Exactly. It makes learning more engaging and less abstract.
The article mentions that matching the position graph is easier than matching velocity or acceleration. Why is that?
Because position is the most direct representation of the truck's movement. Velocity is the rate of change of position, and acceleration is the rate of change of velocity.
So smaller changes in position lead to bigger changes in velocity and even bigger changes in acceleration.
Precisely. It's like trying to draw a perfectly smooth curve. The more derivatives you're dealing with, the harder it gets.
Who are the brains behind this monster truck simulation?
It's a collaborative effort by Wolfgang Christian, Mario Belloni, and Lekung.
A team effort. That's cool. The simulation is part of open educational resources, right? What does that mean?
It means it's freely available for anyone to use and adapt. It's all about making education more accessible.
So anyone can use this to learn physics?
Absolutely. It's a great example of how technology can enhance learning.
Where can people find this monster truck simulation?
It's hosted on iwanttostudy.org, a website dedicated to open educational resources.
So it's easy to find and use?
Very easy. Just search for Drag the Monster Truck on the site.
The article also mentions other resources like blog posts and compadre.org. What's the significance of those?
They provide additional context and support for the simulation. It's a whole ecosystem of learning materials.
So it's not just the simulation itself, but a whole community around it? I see. What are some of the learning goals associated with this simulation?
The main goal is to understand the relationship between position, velocity, and acceleration. It helps students visualize these concepts in a dynamic way.
So it's not just about memorizing formulas, but understanding the underlying concepts. Right? What would you say to teachers who might be interested in using this in their classrooms?
It's a fantastic tool for making physics more engaging. It's easy to use, and the interactive nature helps students grasp the concepts more effectively.
So it's a fun way to reinforce learning? Yeah. And finally, what about the licensing? Is it free to use?
Yes, it's released under a Creative Commons license, meaning it's free to use and share with attribution. There are some commercial use stimulations, though, so it's best to check the license details.
Good to know. Thanks for clarifying that. So overall, this monster truck simulation seems like a really innovative way to teach physics.
Absolutely. It's a fun, engaging, and effective way to learn about kinematics. It bridges the gap between theory and practice.
It really highlights the power of interactive learning. That was a great discussion. Thanks for sharing your insights.